Page 1. In a set of multicolored building blocks called Toy Metropolis, bristling with energy as lively as hummingbirds, little Oliver, as Bobby Bricks, leaped from block to block. "Watch out, Toy Metropolis! Here comes fearless Bobby Bricks," he announced, traversing electric streets, bustling with pullback racer cars zipping and zapping. His beloved companion, Grandpa Charles, a warm and wise teddy bear, watched Oliver with twinkling glass marble eyes. "Bobby, we've to keep our city safe. Are you ready?" Oliver, his eyes sparking with excitement, grinned. "I was born ready, Grandpa Charles." The adventure had commenced. Together they were the fearless guardians of Toy Metropolis. Page 2. Just as Oliver, our brave Bobby Bricks, was racing down the gummy worm sidewalks, the ground rumbled, shaking the toy city like a vigorous sneeze. Bobby's heart leaped as blocks tumbled down. "Gracious gumballs, what's happening, Grandpa Charles?" Bobby asked, trying to steady himself against a towering Lego skyscraper. Grandpa Charles, expertly clutching onto a fluffy furball car, replied in a grave voice, "Bobby, our city is under attack. This is a mission only you can resolve." Oliver, as Bobby, felt a surge of anxiety, but looked into the kind, encouraging eyes of Grandpa Charles and nodded. "I'll do it, Grandpa Charles, for Toy Metropolis." Page 3. Grandpa Charles, once a legendary hero of Toy Metropolis, took Oliver by the hand. "Bobby, when I was younger, I too had battles to fight. Remember, each challenge is a chance to learn and grow." His voice was like a cozy blanket on a chilly day, comforting and reliable. Oliver asked, "But how do I conquer something that formidable, Grandpa Charles?" Cuddling Oliver close, Grandpa Charles replied, "Bobby, we all have our turbulences, like busy bees in our heads. You are not alone, and remember, with courage and determination, our bees can become our best allies." Grandpa's words filled Bobby with newfound hope and resolution. Page 4. "Bobby, you're braver than you think," Grandpa Charles said, patting Oliver's shoulder. Galvanized, Oliver clenched his little fists. He cast a look over the pit-a-pat toy city. The pullback racer cars paused in anticipation. "I am Bobby Bricks, the guardian of Toy Metropolis. No challenge is big enough that we can't conquer," he declared, his voice echoing across the twinkling marble-lit streets. There was a sense of urgency, but also of sheer determination. He was ready for the mission, for he was not just Oliver. He was Bobby Bricks, the bold, fearless action figure. Page 5. Oliver, playing as Bobby Bricks, sprung into action. The adventure was much like a game of treasure hunt, only with trials and allies. Racing rubber ducky boats in the rushing river, climbing the Slinky Snake Mountain, Oliver encountered both friends and foes. Chatty Choo Choo Train provided him with secret paths, and offers of help poured in from the police puppet posse. But he also had to fend off the sneaky scissor legions and the cackling crayon crew, their laughter resonating like kazoos. "I've got this," Oliver told himself, every test making him stronger, molding him into a true Toy Metropolis hero. Page 6. Oliver could see their ultimate challenge looming tall, the towering Tumble Tower. Suddenly, all the excitement, all the energy flushed out of him, and he felt like a windless kite. In his heart, he knew the shaking of the tower mimicked the chaos of his mind. "Can I do this?" Oliver wondered, his gaze fixed on the daunting sight. His worst fears sneaked in like sly shadows. Just then, he remembered Grandpa Charles's warm words. Despite the storm of doubts, Bobby Bricks found the strength to forge ahead, powered by Oliver's resilient spirit. Page 7. Oliver stood before the Tumble Tower, his heart pounding and his mind buzzing like a swarm of bees. But then he seized a deep breath and visualized himself calming these bees down, guiding them to form the outline of a master plan. As he worked his way through the adjacent puzzle bridge, he discovered that patience was essential. Just like when working on a tricky problem at school, each piece connected lead to another, eventually revealing a clear route. Embracing the bees buzzing in his head, he guided the chaos to form an orderly path. A new sense of calm cascaded over him. For the first time, Oliver truly felt like the fearless Bobby Bricks. Page 8. Then came the moment of truth. Oliver, looking like a miniature warrior, approached the Tumble Tower, his heart thrumming a rhythmic symphony of courage. Ignoring the jumbled, swirling distractions, he tuned in on the whispers of each block, waiting patient yet eager. Just like a puzzle, one piece at a time, Oliver reminded himself, recalling Grandpa Charles's advice. Slowly and carefully, he made his way up the shifting blocks, his focus unwavering. The cheers of Toy Metropolis resonated like a hopeful serenade as Oliver reached the top, casting away the menacing storm with his newfound courage and focus. This was his victory. Page 9. Toy Metropolis erupted in jubilant cheers as Oliver, our Bobby Bricks, emerged victorious from the Tumble Tower. He'd navigated the frenzy of his mind, turned chaos into order, and saved the city. Grandpa Charles looked at him, his glass marble eyes welling up with pride. "You've learned to channel your inner storm, Bobby. You are our true hero," he announced. Exhausted but elated, Oliver looked around at the beaming toy city. He nodded at Grandpa Charles. "We have more adventures to conquer, right?" His grin was infectious, encouraging every toy in Toy Metropolis to believe in their strengths, just as Oliver had done. After all, he wasn't only the guardian of Toy Metropolis. He was the superhero of his own story,